Hey Dom. Dom. This one's for you, sweetie. Yeah? Enjoy. Hello and welcome to the car. So before I get started, hang on, are you ready for this? Okay, there you go, the engine's on, I'm started. It's your man in the shed, in the car, as always. Gotta love it. You can tell it's the car because seatbelt's on, steering wheel's there, and I don't really look at the camera. It's a bit like watching EastEnders now, isn't it? Oh, well. Hey, there I am. Okay, right, we'll take it out of the, out there. There you go, that was something you weren't expecting, Dom. So before we get started then, big shout out to my main man, Dom. Hello, buddy. So, those of you who don't know Dom, so what can we tell you about Princess Dominique? Well, he is Stokes' biggest fan, although he is Stokes' fan. I'll tell you how big a fan he is. When he stands in a room, it gets cold. That's how big a fan he is. Bada-bum bumps. Thank you very much. Dom, what do you think of that one? So, what else? So, we've all seen The Muppets. And we all know who Beaker is. Well, look at Beaker. Colour his hair black rather than red. And there you are. That's Dom. Looks just like her. Anyway, so that's Dom done. So, I'm thinking, we need a car review, Andy. The last one was awesome. So, what I'm going to give you is a car review in a car I've never driven, never seen. Basically, I'm going to make shit up. But there you go. So, I was speaking with Dom earlier. Obviously, busy day. There you go. And I'm like, Dom, I should review a different car. Because, let's be fair, you listened to my Vauxhall Astra one. And you agree, yep. Such a good review, I won't be getting one. Don't blame you there, Dom. So the Vauxhall Astra, the only car I know that allows you to put on a back windscreen wiper, but doesn't allow you to turn it off without turning the engine off. Like, what were you thinking? You know, what was it? Was it Apprentice Day and the apprentice didn't think, oh, I know what would be good with this switch is if we could turn it on and then turn it off again. You wouldn't get a job at Sky, my friend. You would not get a job at Sky. If you can't turn it on and turn it off again, what is the point? So, personally, I'd rather not have a back windscreen because there's nothing worse than when you're driving, especially on a motorway. You can't turn the engine off on a motorway, can you? And it's like, what the hell is this all about? I've got to turn my engine off so that I can turn my back wiper off. What sort of dick actually invented that? Going for a tunnel there, could you tell it got dark? Not quite sure what the light's going to do here, Dom, because the weather is, well, it's sort of twilight now. It's starting to get dark. I think we'll be alright till I get home. But if the light does start to go, sorry, pal. And I'm not going to add a load of emojis to this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Man in the Shed logo on. I'm going to put my like, share and subscribe on. And then I'm going to send it to you, buddy, so you can watch it. I'll make sure you get it. I'll make sure you like it. Anyway, so here we are then. We did say about the Bugatti Veyron. So, yeah, pretty quick car. Amazing speed, what, 0 to 60 in, what, 2.5 seconds or quicker than that? Not really sure, not Jeremy Clarkson, so I wouldn't really know. Well, I can assure you this one takes about 10 seconds to get anywhere near there, and I'm certainly not going to be able to go too quick around the M25. And the thing is, though, here we go, it's a true fact for you. If you had a Bugatti Veyron, even the motorways in this country aren't good enough. One, you're not allowed to go fast enough, which is a bit of a pain. But secondly, if there's other cars on the road, they're going way too fast for you to really enjoy that car. And I'm sure, you know, if you could afford to go up to top speed. You know, the tyres, which are, what, 20 grand each? Something like that. They're not going to last very long because they're not designed to. You're basically on track tyres on the road. So I'm sure they're going to be really good. And let's be fair, if you're going at that sort of speed, you're not really going to be cornering much, are you? And let's be fair, on most motorways, you can corner at a decent speed anyway. Not saying 240 miles an hour or whatever speed the car goes generally, but there you go. So one of my favourite scenes then, so we're going to stop talking about the Bugatti Veyron now because I don't really know what to talk about with that because I've never driven one. So when it comes to the Grand Tour and Top Gear off of Clarkson, Hammond and May, I think my favourite ever scene on all of them was the one when they were driving. Why were they taking fish? Where were they taking fish? They were trying to take fish to some country, to some remote part of, I thought it was Africa, but it might be. It was definitely the Indian Ocean. Anyway, James is trying to fill up a tank in a fish tank in the back of his car. So there he is, parked right on the edge of the Indian Ocean in sand, and it's a bit heavy, and he sort of sinks. So he gets a tow, and as soon as he gets a tow, all the water goes forward and splashes over him. Now, the first time I saw that, I was literally in tears, and it has to be said that, I'm not saying it's the best episode they've ever done, because I think there are certain episodes of the Grand Tour which are as good as certain episodes of Top Gear, but I think generally the Top Gear specials were brilliant, you know, especially the ones that they did. I do like the new Top Gear duo. I think Flintoff is very good. I took a bit of time to get used to Paddy McGuinness, and I liked Chris Harris from the very first Top Gear that he did, although he wasn't in it a lot. I did think Chris Evans, who is entertaining and who is a good presenter, he was trying too much to be the Clarkson type figure, which he was never going to be able to be. And I'm glad he only done a series, because I did find him a bit annoying. It was all about him, really. I like Matt LeBlanc as well. When he was on it, he was pretty funny. I did like the fact that he kept bringing out tractors. Even Rory was good on it. But it is, you know, it's a proper trio again now, which I think is probably the best trio it's had since the original reboot of Top Gear. And some of the stuff they've done is good. The thing is with it is I did find that I could go back, and I still do, go back and watch vintage Top Gear again and again and again. Particularly like the Africa special, the Indian special, Vietnam special. It's funny watching Clarkson try and ride this motorbike. Have to say, similar sort of view on motorbikes to him. Don't really like him. So I'm going to tell you a little story now about my time when I went to Butlins. I was about 10 years old, and in those days they had these motorbikes, you had a little sort of, what's it called, a little oval that you could ride around. I think it had a little kink in it, so it wasn't quite an oval. I was really excited. So there I am on my motorbike, automatic, probably gets up to about 15 miles an hour. They give me a crash helmet, and there I am thinking, oh, I'm Evel Knievel. Not really sure what I'm doing. Not bothering to pull the brake whilst I'm accelerating. Funny enough, I start moving. So anyway, it's sort of like, yeah, okay, boys, you're going to be in a race, and girls, there are any. Not sure if back in the mid 80s there would have been many girlies thinking, oh, I want to go on a motor scooter, mum. So there we were, parents watching. I think they might have been taking a few pictures, and there I am, and I come to the first corner, decide, you know what, I'm not going to take that corner, and I go arse over tit straight into the bend, and the security bloke comes over. You don't get many crashes on this. It's not like it's Brands Hatch or nothing. You literally, say, probably get 10, 15 miles an hour out of these motorbikes. They're not exactly high performance. And he comes and gets me back on. And by the end of the next lap, because I had actually managed to almost do a lap, it's like, yeah, this isn't for you, son. Off you get. And I was basically told, yeah, you're not going on again. Okay, so that was my go on a scooter. Then about 6 years later, it was the era of the Honda Vision. Wow, they were bikes. So there were these shitty little scooters which had a little box on the back where you could lock your helmet up. I was like, oh yeah, let's all have a go on this. So literally we had like this little garage type bit around the corner from where I lived with my parents, and it's like, yeah, we'll have a go. And so I have a go, and yeah, he didn't want me having to go again after that either. Can't think why. You know, I'm sure that little dent will come out of there anyway. Don't really see the problem. But yeah, so after limping home, yeah, so I'm not really much of a biker, shall we say. Well, on a push bike, can do push biking. Mind you, I do remember the time when I wasn't quite going fast enough. I just got over the road, just about to start going, foot slips off the pedal, been raining, and I fell off, and fortunately I had a helmet on. Helmet stopped me getting a headache as I smashed against the railings. Fortunately, I don't think anyone saw me. If they did, I wasn't hanging around to say, oh, myself. That was amusing. Always love when you get a puncture when you're trying to cycle somewhere. I remember one time cycling from Eastleigh to Havant. Yeah, well, eventually, after a few weeks, I managed to get it down quite a bit. But, oh my word, first time. Lung capacity, yeah, I didn't really have any then. It's amazing how you see build your stamina up. You know, I think I might have to start cycling again because I did enjoy that. Not really sure when I'm going to do that though. I think I might have just finished off a bird. Not sure. So we got hit by the car in front, which then got hit by another car, which then came in front of me. And yeah, I think it might not be much of a bird. It's not saying not going to fly anymore. You know. Oops, sorry, Mr. Bird. Anyway, so we've got some pigeons at work. Yeah, they've decided because of lockdown they're gonna absolutely shit everywhere. Where the little courtyard is absolutely full of bird shit. Anyway, there's these pigeons, and my word, are there pigeons. So what I've done on all the windows, because where the freezer rooms are, they get so hot, I need to open the windows. And by doing that, the 20 million bloody pigeons that currently live in Winchester decide to fly in, and then you go in the room, they look at you to say, what do you bloody want? So what I've done is I've got some cable ties and I've got a few screws, and they're sort of like the windows that go up and down. Can't think what they're called. Anyway, they're old, they're made of wood, so I put some screws in them so that the cable ties are going through well, they're basically the shelving of the fridges. We got a few too many, and I've put some screws in, and they are perfect. They're bars, the pigeons aren't coming through. Every time there is a pigeon in work or a bird in work, it's like, oh, Andy, can you come and get the pigeon out? Like, yes, obviously, Andy is the bird whisperer. It's okay, people, the hero is here. I will come and save you from the friggin' pigeons. So there I am, I get my towel. Calm down. I'm here to help. And I'm quite nice. I'm actually nicer to the pigeons than I am to the people, because I tend to like the pigeons more because they don't talk back and they're generally quite cool. So we have a little chat on the way out. I put him down on the table and he's like, yeah, thanks mate. And off he goes. That's how pigeons talk, by the way. They do talk like that. Yeah, thanks mate. I'm really pleased that you got me out. I'm not quite sure what country or language they speak, but hey, there you go. Probably speak pigeon and they're probably from London. So yeah, there you go. So that's pigeon news for you. What else have we got exciting at work? Anyway, so our head office told us, oh yeah, what we're going to do is, because we now, this is going back to last summer, we're going to start using Deliveroo as a service to do takeout. Okay, that's fine. And the reason we're using Deliveroo is because they're better than the others. Bullshit. I have never heard so much BS. Let me tell you about the Deliveroo we had on, I'm thinking it was Saturday night. So we get a Deliveroo come through, and it is due to be picked up at 4 minutes to 5 in the evening. And I accept that that is quite a busy time, I imagine, for deliveries. Have a guess what time it was picked up, and I'm going to give you a minute, and we are now on 15, let's say 16, okay? So I want you to guess by 17 or what time that was guessed. Put a thing in and say, oh, at such and such, on the comments below. Dom, you probably already know the answer, you're probably the only person watching this, but there you go. Others might watch this, but give me a time you think it was they picked it up. And I'll give you the rough time that it was. It's quite close. Can't remember the exact time, but I know at least how long it took them to come and pick it up. So I had 20 minutes to get it ready. So I got it ready in good time. So remember that then. It was being picked up at 4 minutes to 5 in the evening. Okay, so another 20 minutes, 20 seconds there for you to come up with your time. Just give me a random time. How long do you reckon it took? And we're literally seconds away from me revealing. Okay. Right. So it took at least, this is after the time it was actually supposed to be delivered. Not the time it was made. It was picked up at 5:50, give or take 2 minutes. So we are looking at over 50 minutes later than the time it was supposed to be picked up. And the problem with that, there are more than one problem with that. One, the customer will be expecting it to be hot. And yes, I did leave it under the hot lamps, but they're only going to keep it hot for so long. It's in a cardboard box, and yeah, it's got holes in it, so it's not going to sweat too much. It's still going to get sweaty. The chips aren't going to be hot, even though they were when they came out the fryer. And let's be fair, you order most things. You even go to McDonald's, very rare that chips are actually hot. But, you know, they were going to be pretty cold, and it was going to be rough. And the problem is it's going to come back to us, as in the pub I work in, and it's going to make us look a bit shit. Which isn't our fault, because, you know, we had it up on time. It was Deliveroo didn't turn up. So the Mongoid at head office who said, oh, you know what? This would be good. We'll use Deliveroo because they're great. Yeah, well, I tell you what, people, I think you should get your heads out of your asses and realise Deliveroo are a pile of shite. And any idiot who thinks, oh yeah, they're highbrow, sorry, you're thick as shit, and you really, really, really are a Mongoid, because they are crap. There's a reason why you go to McDonald's, they use more than one supplier. You really are an absolute arse if you think Deliveroo are any good. I personally never use them, but they're not using any of the others anyway. If I want something from a takeaway, you know what? I'll go to the takeaway and I'll pick it up myself, because I'm old school like that, and that's the way I am. Anyway, I'm going to keep it under 20 minutes probably, because it's nigh on 20 minutes. I'm nearly home. The sun is shining in my eyes. Hope you've been able to see my gorgeous face all the time. Sorry about the beginning where it fell out of its little holdie and fell on the floor, but there you go. It is your man the shed. Always expect the unexpected. And yeah, that's been a Monday, and I hope you're all well and staying safe and keeping away from COVID, and I will see ya, pal. So I'm thinking I need a theme for Man in a Shed. So you think of rainbow over the streets and houses, rainbows flying high. Everyone can see them flying over the sky. Paint the whole world with a rainbow. Paint the whole world with a rainbow. Now that's what you call singing, okay? Not the best singing in the world, but hey, there you go. So, I'm thinking, in the comments below, come up with a song for your Man in a Shed. Doesn't have to be rainbow-esque, but there you go. I think Rainbow was a bit of a daft one to sing, but hey, I sort of knew the lyrics there. There you go, a little trailer on the end. Might even put this one in the video, because, you know, let's keep it spontaneous. Let's put the bit I recorded last first. Why not, eh? Let me know what you think. Give me a song choice. Give me some lyrics, and we will see if we can make a theme tune for your Man in a Shed. Anyway, this has been your Man in a Shed in the car. There you go. Trying to find somewhere to park. That could be fun. I think we might just squeeze in there. Oh yes. So because I can actually drive, I will actually fit in that gap. Most people would think, yeah, I'm not getting there, and I think, yeah, screw walking around the corner. Look at this, yeah, first time. You watch me, people, yeah? Can't watch because there you go. Got my word. Fits like a glove. Yeah, I did slightly touch the curb there, but there you go. That's how you park, people. Perfection every time. Spin your Man in the Shed. That's parking. That's home time. This end of the video is going at the beginning of the video because why not? And that's been your Man in the Shed. See ya, pal.